Speed's presentation of NASCAR Sprint Cup qualifying from New Hampshire is presented by Subway Restaurants. So many $5 footlong subs to choose from. Enjoy amazing value at Subway all day, every day. Kevin Conway in the number 34 car, the next out to qualify. Just one nationwide series start for Kevin at New Hampshire.
Kevin was 44th quickest out of our 45 cars that are here. 2 cars will go home.
Also joining us during qualifying is Matt Yoakum.
And catching up with Tony Stewart. An early draw that hindered Smoke, but describe your qualifying effort. Were you better at one end versus the other?
No, it's just slicker now. So, our balance was still the same as what we were in practice. Just we just ran a slower lap because of the heat.
All right, thanks, Tony.
Everybody, thanks.
You saw that track temperature when you described the weather, 121 degrees. That's not going to have a lot of grip at 121 degrees track temp.
Doesn't have a lot of grip when it's cool.
No.
It's flat racetrack.
Yes,
but
sir.
Again, looking up in the sky, if there's going to be a benefit, there's some clouds here. Some of these guys going later on and may continue to build
Motor Speedway. David Gilliland was very quick in Nationwide Series practice today. Top 5. See what he does here in the Sprint Cup Series.
Yeah, that was actually in that first Nationwide Series practice, and they elected not to even run the second practice for a couple reasons. Pretty quick, and I think he wanted to keep the feel that he had in the Sprint Cup Series car from the practice we had earlier with this series. A little work to do, though, from practice with the Sprint Cup Series car. He was 37th quickest. 29.55, that's 11th out of the 12 cars, just in front of his teammate Kevin Conway.
And that is slower than what he practiced at earlier today also, so still got work to do.
Saw it go 2 or 3 spots to the left getting in, but just hard to get off the corner, especially off a turn 4. You just start losing grip over there.
And he loses a bunch on his second lap. Andy Lally, the final driver, locked into the show. Mentioned just a bit ago that he is replacing Bobby Labonte for this race. Labonte terminated his contract earlier in the week and actually will be driving for Robbie Gordon this week, then in the 09 for James Finch over the next 2 races.
This is pretty much, boys, he has his hands full with this 71 car. He only has 1 start in the Sprint Cup Series, talking about Andy Lally, and that was at Watkins Glen last year in 2009. For the most part, this is a 1-race deal because he runs 3 road race series full-time, so he's a very busy man.
Yeah, he's 4th right now in the Grand Am Series GT standings, 3-time Grand Am champion.
And Larry, he's been a little bit busy behind the wheel of that 71 car.
He has that. Right now, he's 33rd out of our 34 cars.
Montoya, reviewing your lap in your mind, was there one spot where you felt like if you could have done it over, you might have been able to improve your time?
I felt like it was a pretty decent lap. I felt pretty good. From where we were in practice, Budweiser forward, but maybe a little bit in 3. Maybe left a little bit there. I was a touch tight, so I didn't want to get in too hard right there, and I don't know if I left anything there or not, but it was still a good lap. Montoya was quick this morning, so I wasn't surprised he's still fast, and just happy to have another good qualifying run. It should be a good spot for Sunday.
Good luck Sunday.
Thanks.
Matt Michael McDowell in the 55 car was 6th fastest of the go-or-go-home drivers in practice. Travis Kvapil was the quickest. The man to beat at a 28.78, 132.337 miles per hour.
Now, we still have 1 car in the top 35 to go, and that would be Bobby Labonte in the number 7 car of Robbie Gordon Motorsports. But near the closing minutes of that hour-and-a-half practice session we had, he got loose off turn 4, hit the wall. They had to go to a backup car. They're still trying to get out there to get a qualifying run in on that 71 car.
You know, the 7 car.
On the 7 car.
Yeah. 7 car is on the 5-minute clock that we're coming from NASCAR.
As you mentioned, Larry Mack, this happened about 30 minutes before the end of that one practice session, and Bobby Labonte walking up to the car right now, so they are up against it whether or not they can qualify today in the 7 car.
Well, the good news is they'll get some practice tomorrow, hopefully, if we don't have weather moved in. So he'll get some laps on that car. As we mentioned, he's locked into the show.
Just 2 minutes remaining on the 5-minute clock for Bobby Labonte in the 7 car. We mentioned earlier, Robbie Gordon coming off a great finish at the Infineon Raceway, actually making a sponsorship proposal in Argentina.
Now, this is Mike Bliss in the 09 car. The word is, at least next week at Daytona, Bobby Labonte will be in this 09 car.
And I believe he's scheduled to drive it at Chicagoland as well, Bobby Labonte has.
You talking about the 09?
Yes.
Yes, sir. That's what Bobby told me this morning.
Yeah, and Daytona will be his 600th career start, talking about Bobby Labonte.
Little wiggle there off 2 for Mike Bliss.
I feel pretty good about Michael McDowell's 29.46, but I think Mike Bliss has got some work to do from that first lap of 29.88. Don't feel good about that lap at all. Not sure he's going to be any better here on lap 2 as he slows down about a tenth.
We'll find out. Max Papis said he will make a 100% effort. Let's see what he can do in this Geico Toyota.
I can live with 100%. Just don't give me 110% on this qualifying lap.
That right there, my friend, will lock you in.
He's in 29.29.
See if Peter lets him go ahead and run another lap.
Peter Suspenzo, the crew chief.
Ease her down in there, Max. It's a little tail happy off of 4. Leaves a little bit of time.
First lap was a 29.29.
Live from Iowa, July 11th at 1:30 Eastern, only on Speed.
Booty Barker's going to kill me.
What'd you do?
I said Peter Suspenso.
And then you backed him up.
Well, the man just said Peter. I was just trying to clean up his mess.
Well, why didn't you say
You added to the
I
mess.
said Peter Pan.
He said first name, you said last name.
Oh, hang on to her. Hang on to her.
We got a mess here. You got to start and regroup, Travis Kvapil. You see he's trying to get those tires. He got up so high that you actually pick up those little pebbles of rubber, and it'll make the car like it's on ice. And that's what Travis was trying to do down the backstretch, is get those tires cleaned up.
He was on ice, and he was just trying to not compound it.
We know this will not be a good lap, but the hopes will be that he can recover here on lap 2.
Now, he was the slowest of 38 drivers. Getting word, too, from NASCAR that time has expired on the 7 cars' efforts to get that car to the grid.
Now, the little green stripe, that represents Michael McDowell right now in that 55 car. You want to get to the left of that if you want to lock in. Is not going to do it, so that should lock Michael McDowell. Travis Kvapil does beat Mike Bliss, though, on that second lap.
That's our main goal, but, you know, it just took so much time to get it going, and everybody's worked real hard. I mean, way too hard, and I created a lot of that work for them. But, you know, it's a process, and to go through inspection, and it's a process to do this, so, you know, luckily tomorrow we'll just start over, you know, from today.
All right, guys, they are locked in the show, and they did make an effort to get this car into the qualifying line and get through the inspection line, but they just weren't able to get it all completed in time.
And there's a good chance that he was not going to cut a real fast lap, but if anything, it would have just given him a couple laps in that backup car.
It would have been good if he could have, but I think, again, they knew what they were, what the situation is, Larry. They knew they had practice tomorrow. Weather looks good, so it's not like it, you know, if you don't get a couple laps on it tomorrow, this afternoon, it's a big deal. So probably the best thing for them to do now is take it back to the garage area, continue to work on it, get it like it needs to be, and then come out tomorrow morning, take advantage of those practice sessions.
Well, somebody let Todd Bodine know real quick that you are in after lap 1, so...
Back at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway qualifying for Sunday's NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race. The Lennox Industrial Tools 301.
Dave Blaney was the 4th quickest of the go-or-go homers earlier today in that practice in the 66 car. Right now, the 2 cars on the outside looking in, Travis Kvapil and Mike Bliss.
Max Papis, Michael McDowell, and Todd Bodine all locked in.
They're looking for a little bit of help. I'm talking about Bliss and Kvapil. Right now, Blaney looks like he's got a very solid lap coming if he can just get off of turn 4.
You know, I was talking to Tommy Baldwin this morning, the owner of the 36 car. We have 45 cars here. It looks like Blaney will lock in on lap 1. And he said, you know, Larry, even though that's 10 go-or-go homers, when you look at those 10 go-or-go homers, any one of them can cut a lap fast enough to get in the show. You don't go through there and look and go, he's probably not going to run quick enough. Any of those cars can run quick enough to qualify.
Which just puts even more pressure on.
Absolutely. Blaney's going to go ahead and run this second lap.
Picks up a little bit.
33rd quickest, but he's in.
Make one of these races.
And this is David Stremme in the 26 car. He was the slowest of the go-or-go homers.
Come watch NASCAR's finest race, one of the most historic tracks in the country. Save up to $40 on specially priced Indianapolis Motor Speedway Brickyard 400 ticket packages, and also receive free gifts and at-track discounts. Visit speed.com, keyword promo for more information.
Well, this team had a great run last week at Infineon with Boris Said, and I was talking to Bill Jenkins earlier today, the owner of this 26 car. You see the air guard that's on there. They are hosting 200 family members here this weekend of guardsmen that's deployed, the families of those guardsmen. And then the thing he was really impressed about is he's able to put another sponsor on this car, is he is locked into the show with that first lap. As you see that company right there on the side of this car, the GPS group, what that is, that's a system you can put on your car. And let's just say you're a teenager, you've programmed it to where you don't want their car to go over 65 miles an hour. If they go over 65, it'll send your phone a text message.
Slow down, boy.
And I mean, you can even do things like if your car's parked in the airport parking lot and you're gone for about a week, you can program it. That's where your car's at. If it moves, it'll send you a text message.
From NASCAR Sprint Cup qualifying from New Hampshire is presented by Subway Restaurants. So many $5 foot-long subs to choose from. Enjoy amazing value at Subway all day, every day. And brought to you in part by Kills Primers. Kills, the perfect start to a great finish. 46 car being driven by J.J. Yeley was 8th in practice of the go-or-go-home drivers.
JJ has done a really outstanding job since he's come on board in this 46 car. He's made every race he's attempted so far, and again, dealing with the pressure. I think he's happy being there for the pressure because he was away from the sport for quite a while, but right now he's been doing a really good job.
I don't think it'll be any question on this first lap. He becomes the second fastest go-or-go homer, 33rd quickest at a 29.38, so he's locked in. He will race on Sunday. But he's done a really nice job stepping in. Had been out of the sport for quite a while. Got injured last year, I think in a sprint car out west.
Yep.
Good lap for him. He's going to slow down, but by about a tenth of 30.
Nemechek in the 87, and then Casey Mears in the 36.
Joe Nemechek in this 87 car, past winner from here at Loudon. He was the second quickest of the go-or-go-home cars in practice.
As we mentioned, he got a win here with Felix Sabatos back in 1999, driving the 42 car. Had 72 laps that afternoon.
Just needs to be a 29.83, which is what Travis Kvapil in that 38 car ran a little earlier.
Joe's always been good here at Loudon. I mean, back even in the Nationwide Series, he had a pretty good battle one time with Dale.
Yes, Yes, he did. Summer of 1992. Yes, he did. Beat Dale Earnhardt.
Tell you what, he did a nice job of getting through the middle of 3 and 4 and picking that throttle up. He's going to become the quickest of the go-or-go homers, 22nd quickest for Joe.
29-12.
So that will send Mike Bliss and that 09 team to the house.
Larry, he continues to gain down that back straightaway.
He's going for a whole lot more down here. Eased her down into turn 3 and 4. This is where he was so good earlier. You see how much the tracker went to the right, back to the left. He's working on a top 10 run here.
Outstanding effort by Joe Nemechek.
7th overall.
Excellent job there, bud. Ran a 29-12 on the first lap and a 28-91 on the second lap.
I don't want to sound like a broken record.
Denny Hamlin,
Our winner last year, Joey Logano.
Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick.
That's
amazing. Yes, he did.
Put the smackdown on.
28-91. Now the final driver to qualify is Mike Bliss. Want to mention, unfortunately, or I'm sorry, Mike Bliss is bumped out. Casey Mears, the final driver to qualify.
Yeah, a couple of cars will be watching this run by Casey Mears. Obviously Montoya, who's on the pole, and then right now Travis Kvapil, who's just right there on the bubble.
There, he drove it in pretty hard in 1 and 2, and he got by with it. I don't know if he can do it down here in 3 and 4 and get away with it. He gave up a lot of speed off the exit of that corner.
I think he's going to be okay, Jeff. I think he's going to easily get in. He got off the corner good, so he will race on Sunday. And this team, they do plan on racing Sunday.
And unfortunately, that sends Travis Kvapil and that 38 team home.
29-14. Don't overdrive 3 here, buddy.
That's Tommy Baldwin, the owner of this 36 car. He knows the car's in right now, like Joe Nemechek, just trying to improve on that a little bit.
Juan Pablo Montoya will become the 12th different pole winner in this 2010 season.
Picks up a little bit, but he'll stay 23rd, but he will race on Sunday.